The 25th of June 2021. We got our tropical outlook today. First, I do want to thank everybody else on Patreon who's been helping me out. I'll put a link down below. Plenty of perks, but the big thing is we're going to get some new graphics here in the very near future. I'll talk more about that in a second. But the tropical outlook, here's a look at our tropical system. This is Champi, located towards the northwest of Guam, just towards the due south of the Ogasawara Islands. Actually expected to pull towards the north, just west of them, in the monsoon still in place across the Philippines. But here's the deal, and I want to start off just looking at the satellite picture, because as a forecaster, this is the first thing you want to do. You want to take a look at the bigger picture here and kind of get an idea what's going on, because here's our system, of course, and it's easy to zoom right in on it and kind of just take a glance over it and be like, okay, there's our storm headed towards northwest, right? But the rainy season front's located right there, the Mayu Bayou front, also known as the Tsuyu front. It's got multiple names because it impacts multiple countries here, but it's going to pull off towards the north and run into this and kind of merge with it and eventually pull towards the north and east. So not a direct impact on Honshu or really Japan in general. Mainland Japan, Ogasawara Islands located right here. About 5,000 people live there, and they're going to feel kind of the right side of it. Some gusty conditions for sure. Maybe even some typhoon strength winds. But already, though, you're starting to see a little bit of shear with that increased outflow as well on the northern periphery of this, as it does track closer and closer to that rainy season front. Right now, though, winds are 83, gusting to 100 kilometers per hour. Still rated a tropical storm, yet the Joint Typhoon Warning Center still expects it to become a typhoon. I think if it does, it is going to be short-lived, maybe just towards the west of the Ogasawara Islands as it pulls off here towards the north-south of Honshu. Actually, look at this. They even expect it maybe to max out with winds of about 75 knots. So, you know, still a Cat 1, borderline Cat 2, but a decent, formidable storm if you were out here on a ship. Good news, not going to impact any major populations at the very least directly. As I mentioned, there is that rainy season front here. That is all sorts of wind shear. So it is moving through a favorable area, mainly just towards the west of those islands. But once it hits that shear, it's just going to fall right apart here for you. Let's take a look at the models day by day. Saturday evening, by the way, when we get those new models in, this is all going to flow nice. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited. Saturday evening, just towards the west of the Ogasawara Islands, possible typhoon at that point. I think it's going to stay a tropical storm, but hey, it depends on how you analyze it and how you look at the Dvorak. Low just towards the south of Japan here, though, part of the rainy season front, really kind of merge with this. And despite the fact our storm is probably going to stay just offshore and kick off here, we're still looking at plenty of rainfall heading through the weekend across Tokyo, across the Kanto plain, because of these disturbances coming together and that increase in moisture. In fact, you can see the low right here over the 5-day rainfall across the Kii Peninsula into the Izu Peninsula, even over towards the Kanto Plain. And then there's your tropical system just offshore. So there are two distinct different setups here that are kind of working together. For sure will be increasing the rainfall. So, of course, if you are in Tokyo or surrounding areas, you want to know those tropical cyclone warnings. Somebody in a comment yesterday said, oh, Tokyo might go under signal force 5. Remember, each different country out here has different warnings, and that's why I often put up these graphics to explain to you guys what these warnings are, because it's important. You know, I try to be informational purposes here, but you want to always follow your local agencies. It's important to know Japan does not have signal force warnings, so don't be looking for that, because you're just going to fail yourself. You want to know these ones here, those advisories, warnings, emergency warnings, when they're notified to you what to do properly. Always very important. Very, very important. All right, so plenty of moisture still coming in with this. We'll track towards the south and east of Japan and eventually scoot off towards the northern Pacific, pulling behind it, increasing that moisture with the southwest monsoon across Southeast Asia. Speaking of Southeast Asia, this is via Gilo? Oh, goodness, I really want to say that right, my friend, but beautiful sunset regardless, right under the power lines there. It's a little urban landscape, I suppose. Sent in from the Philippines. Thank you very much. Great photo. If you guys want to send in photos, you can check out Robert Speto Weather. Also, you want to check out that link down below. Just check it out. I really appreciate you guys helping me out on Patreon here. And I always show the names at the end of this. I had somebody who, yesterday in the comments, wasn't really happy I was showing names here. And here's the deal. If you do want to donate $6 or more, that's Typhoons and Super Typhoons, and you just say, Rob, don't show my name, perfectly okay with it. But a few people actually asked me to do that, and that's part of the perks. And you know, I just want to, I'm really love giving you guys a love for helping me out here. I mean, $10 a month, I can't beat that. You guys are heroes because, like I said, we got those new graphics coming in, plus all the hardware and equipment, and plus just doing these videos on a daily basis does take a bit of time. So if you want to check that out down below. My goal is to, you know, get to a point where I can do this more and less have to worry about other jobs and things like that. So that is the goal eventually if we get enough people to help out there. If not, you want to help out by subscribing or watching all the way to this point. That person who actually said they weren't very happy about it and they commented, I was happy because they watched the whole video, which is great. Very, very useful with the algorithm. Also, they commented. So if you're still watching, just shoot me a comment down below as well. And, you know, check all that stuff. And, oh, Facebook, if you want to share any photos with me, Robert Speta Weather. All right, quick update today. That's why I don't have the full suit on because I got, like I said, other jobs to do. But I wanted to give you guys an update on our storm system, not directing anybody, wow, words, not impacting anybody directly today, but still going to be feeling those effects on the Ogasawara Islands in that rainy season front across Japan. Stay safe out there.